Hello friends, and welcome back to not Everdeen. Actually I'm in Chartres, which is the town that Laurent lives in. It's about an hour outside of Paris, and I was thinking about what could be a fun video to do this week. And I think I've had a little bit of inspiration because I think this is going to be a really fun video. Basically, I've been thinking a lot about comparing and contrasting life in France with life in other places, especially because we did our patron video for all the patrons who get a little extra bonus video every week about cultural differences in France versus the US. So I was thinking I'll continue that theme a little bit with today's video and talk about what kind of shops, what kind of things you would find in the center of a typical French town. And I'm going to do a little extra add-on to it by showing you what you can get for 20 euros. So I'm going to go through a few shops. I'm going to show you what you can buy for 20 euros. These are businesses that are located in pretty much any French village or town. They're going to be really typical of French life, and I'll show you how far 20 euros goes. So yeah, let's go. My first stop is going to be the most typical of typical French businesses. It's the boulangerie or the bakery, and I'm going to get a baguette. Okay, one baguette.
Merci. 5, 10 et 10 qui font 20. Merci.
Merci.
Bonne soirée.
Bonne soirée. My first stop has left me with the typical baguette tradition, which is the typical white bread French baguette. And the thing that everyone does is this. I've never seen anyone with a baguette end intact walking down the street in France. I should have planned chewing into this shop. Stop number 2 is the superette. A superette is like a small supermarket. It's kind of a local, usually like family-owned kind of supermarket that often displays their fruits and vegetables in front, so they're quite easy to spot. Inside is just a small supermarket. You can get a lot of things for lunch, a lot of things for a quick snack. And I'm gonna get a nice cold drink. I think I'm gonna go for the most French of choices, Orangina.
Merci.
Merci. Bonne journée. After stop number 2, I have a nice cold drink to go with my baguette and 16.60 left because my drink cost €1.40. I really wish that I had time to show you what this little black box, if you see that black box in the water, does, because I'll walk around to the other side to give you an idea. Here's a close-up of the black box, which is unfortunately and not very scenically covered in bird poo. But if you look over here, it's pointing at this bridge. At night in the summers, Chartres has illuminations, which is basically like really strong light in different colors projected onto a lot of the historical monuments around the town in very artistic, I don't know how to explain it. It's like an artistic projection. Some of them are kind of abstract, some of them are static, but a lot of them are like small movies. There's people doing things. It shows the history of Chartres. It really tells a story. There's one on the Cathedral that does like little men doing backflips up the cathedral to show them building it with the stones as they do backflips. It's hard to explain, but it's really cool. So maybe at some point I'll do a video showing you guys the illuminations one night. And it's free. It's free to come to for everyone in the town. For my next stop, I am going to go in a very typical French shop, the Florist, because Laurent has hurt his back and he's resting up at home, which is why he's not with me walking around today. So I'm gonna get him a little feel better flower. Oh, there's a dog here. Hello, sweetheart. Are you the florist dog? Oh, yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Set. Stop number 3. I've ended up with some lovely flowers, and it cost €7. Stop number 3, I've ended up with some lovely flowers. They cost €7, which is by far the most expensive thing that I've bought so far. But that's okay because my next stop is absolutely free. Stop number 3 accomplished, got some lovely flowers. They were €7, which is definitely the most expensive thing that I've bought so far, but it's okay because my next stop is absolutely free. Here's a shop I would absolutely love to include in this video, but I don't think I could get anything in there for under €20. Another time. Here's something that if I wanted to splash out a little bit more of my €20, I could do, because this little tourist train that goes all around Chartres is only $8.50. If I had more time and if it was the right timing of the day, I probably would do this. I actually really support tourist trains because I think they're a great way when you're visiting a city to get an idea of what's there, what you might want to go back and see more of, without wearing yourself out trying to walk around to see everything. It gives you an overview without tiring you out or spending too much money because they're normally quite cheap. I am trying in this video to show you guys things that you would find in any French town or village, and I'll admit that this is not one of those things. The Cathedral in Chartres is very special and historically significant for many reasons. This is another thing I'm going to do a longer video on at some point, but I will say that I'm including this video for a reason, and that is that in any town or village you can find a church of some sort, and even if you're not a religious person, it's well worth going inside to visit because some of them have incredible art. Even in the smallest villages, you'll find churches and chapels with like historical significance, amazing art, some just the feeling of stepping back in time. A lot of them are medieval or even Roman. So I think that going in the local town or village church is definitely a must-do. Time is marching on, and I am marching through the old Chartres vegetable marché. That guy thinks it's funny. Listen, I got a laugh from across the street. But since time is marching on, I'm going to march towards one of my favorite places in Chartres, which will be my final stop of the day. Here you see a typical French daily event. All the citizens of Chartres marching towards the cocktail hour. So this is the guinguette of Chartres. It's a typical French guinguette, which is kind of like a beer hall in vibe and in placement. And I'm gonna go in and get a beer with my last 10 euros. Guinguettes are normally outside and have kind of a casual vibe, and they're often near water like a river, or in this case, the boat rental area.
Comment dépenser vers l'euro dans une journée à ça.
Merci! It's the end of the day, it's time to head home, but before I do, I'll just review what I was able to get for 20 euros. First off, a delicious baguette, a nice cold drink to go with it, a really nice time with a cute and sweet dog at the flower shop, plus some flowers, a trip back in time at the Cathedral, a nice walk around town, and a nice relaxing fun beer at the guinguette. But most of all, I was able to get a fun afternoon full of activities. So in the end, I think you can get quite a lot for 20 euros in France. Anyway, I'm gonna head home to sad boyfriend with sore back. And before I do, I'll just remind you guys to please do subscribe if you haven't already. And also, apparently YouTube is doing a thing where it like unsubscribes people from channels. So if you are subscribed, maybe just have a little look just to check that you are still subscribed, because it really makes a difference when people subscribe. And if you are subscribed and if you feel so inclined, hitting the like button on this video is also super helpful. And as usual, a huge thank you to our patrons, because you guys are the best. You help out with the channel and with Everdeen so much by being patrons. So thank you for that. If you're interested in becoming a patron, the link is in the description of this video. And with that, I'm gonna make my way home, and I'll see you guys next time.